All right, you guys got some water? All right, good. Hey, go grab your Inochi buddy really quick and bring him back. All right, if you got a name for him, go grab him or her, bring him back, okay? And you got him? All right, good. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take them, we're gonna lay them down. Now look, if your Inochi buddy if you got one with legs and one without legs, you don't need the one with legs right now, all right? And you don't have to take the legs out either, okay? So, but if you got one without legs, that's cool too, all right? Because it's the same deal. We're gonna be on the ground today. So you're gonna take your Inochi buddy and gently lay him down, be respectful. Back. All right, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do the same drill that we just did, but we're going to do it with our Inochi buddy, okay? All right, so I'm gonna pick up George here, move him to the side just like this here, okay? And what we want to do now is we're gonna actually kind of take a shortcut to Wednesday, okay? Because we're gonna do with our Inochi buddy what we're going to drill on Wednesday, okay? But the motion of switching our base is still gonna be the same, all right? So what we're going to do here is we're gonna take the arm, and I want to take this arm, and we're gonna work with what's called modified position number 2, all right? In our positions on side control, there's a lot of variations of the positions, okay? But essentially, it's really simple. And if I'm facing the feet, that is called position number 3. If I'm facing the side, position number 2. If I'm facing the head, that's position number 1, okay? In position number 2, there's a lot of different ways of holding position number 2. So we just call this one modified 2. The way I do this is I want to take my knee and put it right by my Inochi buddy's head, all right? George's head right here. The arm is going to come here. My hand's going to go underneath the head like this here. See how his arm's sticking up? And now my elbow, see how you can see white right there? Now when I bring my elbow to my knee, you can't see any white because I'm trapping his arm, all right? And my shoulders down, my thumbs up in the air like this here, and my other hand is underneath the arm here, and I'm taking my thumbs up just like this, okay? All right, I'm doing this motion with my hands, all right? Because I want this part of my arm holding on to them, okay? So I come underneath here, and my other knee is on their hip, right by their belt, okay? Just like this. So we're just here. So from the side now, it looks like this here. Again, see how I'm doing this? It's like I'm giving myself a salute, all right? Like, whoop, but I'm not going to my head. I'm going to my chest, but it's like the same motion of a salute, but I'm going to my head, all right? And this hand is up here, holding tight just like this. My elbows and knees, I'm trying to drive my elbow to my knee on my right side, and this elbow is touching this knee on my left side, all right? So from this side, you can see how this looks here. See how my knee now is on his hip? Down just like this. This side here, you can see that his arm is sticking out, all right? Right there to the side, all right? And my knees are forward, and I am down on the tops of my feet, all right? Not live toes with this, okay? So, we're here, just like this here, and all we're gonna do now is I'm going to stretch both of my legs out, and then I'm gonna lift this knee up here, put that foot flat, just like we did before, all right? And now I'm gonna come underneath George's arm, like this here, pull up on this arm, and now I bring this leg through, inside. Just like this, I'm holding the arm, holding underneath here, and I'm in position number 1, okay? When I'm in position number 1, stay right there, don't move, I'm going to move, I want you to see it from different angles, like this here. See how I'm holding his arm. I grab his arm, his hand's underneath here, just like this here. My knee is by his head, this knee's up in the air, and I'm pushing down just like this here, all right? Turn around, don't move, just keep fixing things as I move. If you see something that you're not doing, fix it, okay? So now again, remember live toes, see his arm, how I'm squeezing the arm up underneath here, holding on just like this here. Go this way. Like I said, I'm giving you all the sides to look at it. But again, you're not moving. I just want you to fix things. See, I'm squeezing the arm, just like this here, reaching under his armpit and gripping, 4-finger grip here. My legs are open, all right? My knees right here, all we started again. Good, now we're gonna go back and switch our base back again. So I bring this leg back here, bring this knee up, hand goes under the head, bring this other knee forward, and toes down again. We're right back where we started, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna stretch my legs out again. Now I'm gonna put this foot flat on the mat, hold this arm, and now I bring my other knee through and bring it up to his hip, just like this here. And I'm gonna take my hand now and push it down on his hip here. So we're here, so now I'm gonna move, don't you move. Notice that my shoulder is down inside of his head. I'm gripping, my hand's underneath here, gripping the shoulder on this side. This hand's on the hip here, pushing. This foot's up, shoulders down. Turn, don't move, just fix things as I move. See here, my knee is right here, next to his hip, grabbing his hip here, shoulders down. Go again. Fix things as you see them. Good, now we go back. So that is position number 3. Now we're gonna go back. So I take my leg back through again, bring my right knee forward, my left hand comes out, grabs the arm, stretch out my right leg, bring my left knee forward, and both knees in. Now we're going to go out, modified 2, we're going to go to position 1. Fix that. Now we're going to go, remember, grab the arm, grab the shoulder, knees up by the head, his knees up, live toes. Go back to modified 2. Bring this knee in, hand goes under the head. See how I'm squeezing his arm still? Both knees forward. See his arm sticking up. I'm trapping his arm with my elbow and my knee right here. Now we're going to go stretch the legs out. Switch our base again. Put this foot down here. The knees up in the air. Grab the hip. This hand's going to come out from under the arm. Grab the hip. This hand, the left hand, is grabbing up under the head. Gripping on this side here. Shoulders down on the head. Hips are down. Now we're going to switch back again. Knee comes in. Inside. Good. Now we're going to switch back. Position number, what was this? Position number 1. All right. We call this Kazuri Keisakatame. All right. Kazuri Keisakatame. It's a modified scarf hold. Position number 1. See, I'm gripping the arm. The whole time, this arm never ever leaves. I'm holding it the whole time. All right. This hand's here. Now we switch our base. This knee's forward. All right, Mason and Matt, Micah and Maddox, sorry. This is great for you guys. All right, Mason, this is super good for you. Hayden, very good for you. All right, all my gray belts, man, this is awesome for you guys to be able to really drill this. I want you to really drill this a lot. I'm talking like a lot. All right, bring the knees inside. I want you to rewind this thing and drill it. Drill it all day long, drill it through the night, go to sleep drilling. Now we're going to come here, stretch both legs. Position number 3, switch that base, grab the hips. Now go back again, bring that right knee in, grab underneath, bring this knee up, tuck it in tight, shoulder in the head, right there. Good, okay? So now, I want you to drill this on your own. But take your time and do it correctly. I'm going to do it all 4 angles, okay? I want you to watch and then use what I'm fixing to do to really complete the class for today, okay? So I'm going to come here, modified 2, this is what we call this, both knees are in. Remember, I'm trapping this arm. See how it's laying on my leg here? And I'm squeezing it up just like this here. And then underneath, okay? And I'll give you a close-up of this when I'm done, okay? So we're inside here. Remember, hands up just like this, okay? So we're going to go out. Kazuri Keisakatame, position 1. Back to modified 2. Go out. And Position number 3. Back in. Shiroke Kuzuri Kei Katana. It's a reverse scarf. That's one way. All right, I'm going to switch directions now. So you can see it from this way here. Underneath, and switch. Position 1. Kuzuri Kei Katana. Back. Modified 2. Now I stretch both legs. Switch. And Shiro Kuzuri Kei Katana. Position number 3. Now I'm back in modified 2. Now I'm going to switch. So you can see from this direction. Here, modified 2. Switch. Position number 1. Back. Switch. Position number 3. Back. Modified 2. And switch directions. Here. Switch. Position number 1. Back. You see I'm grabbing that arm. Modified 2. Now we switch to position number 3. We go back. All right, so pay attention here really quick. A little closer. So when I'm here, notice that I'm grabbing this arm, right? And then I'm under his head. And this knee is all the way up, trapping that arm. Just like that there. This hand, I'm doing this with my hands. Controlling his elbow, controlling his head, and putting a lot of pressure when I'm down like this here. All right, notice that this part of my arm is pulling up that bone right there, okay? And my elbows are super tight, all right? Really important. When I switch my base, I grip, and I'm here. Gripping here, okay? Really important, okay? So listen, I want you to take that information that we had. I'm serious about this. That this drill is one of the most important solo drills that you will do for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo, and for self-defense, all right? This situation right here, in this deal, there was a young lady, not much bigger, she's in one of our Gracie magazines at the academy, all right? She's a nurse, and I've told this story before, all right? And she was working super hard in a place where there was a lot of people that, you know, needed a lot of help. And there was one gentleman that needed a lot of help, but he got kind of loose. He was having some really hard time. And there were 4 men nurses that tried to grab him and hold him and restrain him, and they couldn't. He was fighting with them. And she was able to do a single leg takedown and hold him in one of those positions right there, side control, just like that, for 20 minutes, all by herself. I think she was like barely 5 foot, 140 pounds, something like that. She was a blue belt, all right? So she had some information, some good ability to control. She was able to help this guy because he didn't need hurt, he needed help, all right? So she didn't need to get up in there and, you know, choke him and arm bar him and all that stuff, or punch him. She just needed to hold him and do so safely without him hurting her, all right? Without him biting her or, you know, breaking her bones or throwing her or something like that. And she was able to constrain him and hold him for 20 minutes until law enforcement got there that needed to transport him to another place to get him some help. And then when she would let him go, it took like 4 police officers to do what this young lady was doing all by herself. And it's because she understood that position, right? This position, being able to control somebody for self-defense, is one of the most important things. If you're confident in being able to hold somebody down without having to hurt them, without having to be mean and choke them out and violent and aggressive, you know, if you need to, of course, you know, do that. But if you don't have to, you don't need to do that, right? You can hold them until help comes or something like that, or hold them and know that you can actually do a submission like a choke and choke them out, make them pass out. Then you can run away, all right? And then, of course, they'll wake up and be fine, all right? But the deal is, if you're not confident in this, then that makes you go crazy. It makes you move too much. It makes you be too aggressive. It makes you, you know, do the things. And then if you're just looking for a submission from here and you're not really understanding how to control the position, you'll lose the position, all right? And so this drill, all right, positions 1, 2, and 3, and what we add to it on Wednesday and Friday. These drills of this week, every drill we've done up to this point is super important. But this drill here, this one is one of the most important drills that you're going to do. So I want you to really take time. Go back, look at what we just did. I gave you 4 different directions. All you're doing is starting in modified 2, switching your base to position number 1, which is Kuzuri Kei Katame, switching your base back to modified 2, and then switching your base to position number 3, Ushiro Kuzuri Keisagatame, all right, reverse scarf hold, okay, modified scarf hold. We're going to show you how to take that as a movement that's going to help you get to the mount, all right, to be able to go from side control to the mount, Tate Shiogatame, and then be able to do a submission from there. We're also going to show you a submission from side control if things go well, and I get some good feedback from you guys, all right, that you're doing this drill, you're working really well. When I talk to you guys Tuesday and Thursday, if I hear some good reports, then we'll show you a couple other techniques, okay? But if not, we're just gonna keep drilling this and drilling this and drilling this, all right? This is super important, right? And I expect everybody, when we get back to the academy, your fundamentals are gonna be rocking. You're gonna be out the roof with all this stuff, okay? So listen, don't forget to check in tomorrow, Zoom, okay? We're gonna be coming together 4 o'clock. You guys have been doing great, awesome. And I know that we actually made it harder last week, and you guys are like, yes, yes, make it harder, all right? And we did, all right? And enjoying the time afterwards, being able to talk to everybody. And so, man, we had like over 30 again on Thursday. So, man, I enjoyed it. So look forward to that. Don't forget tomorrow, wrestling. Also, I'd say this all the time, that the wrestling class, take advantage of it, especially you young guys, all right? Elementary school, middle school guys, because again, as you go forward, a lot of y'all want to play basketball and track and field and football, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do a lot of multi-sports and stuff like that, but just know if you do that, you got to take a break from jiu-jitsu most of the time. I have a few guys that were, you know, disciplined enough, and they worked hard enough, and they really, you know, wanted jiu-jitsu so bad that they did jiu-jitsu all the way through it. They never did quit, all right, and they did other things too. All right, but the beauty of wrestling is that it's a school sport. It's an organized sport. It's something that you can do in school. You can get a letter in, get your letter jacket. You can go to college on a scholarship with that as well. And it's going to enhance your grappling drastically, all right? It's going to help your top position a lot. Evan, I know you're like, I prefer jiu-jitsu. I understand, all right? I prefer jiu-jitsu too. But wrestling, man, and Zarek prefers jiu-jitsu, but wrestling will help you, Evan, with your takedown defense. Man, it's going to be awesome. With your shooting for your leg takedowns, oh my gosh, it's going to just be awesome. Gael, it's going to make your shots even better than what they are already, all right? Tyler, man, it's going to make you be able to do your double leg takedowns like nobody's business. All right, so again, it's going to be an awesome thing for you guys. Your top position, top control, your cardio, your strength and conditioning, it's going to be out of this world. And so I want you guys to take advantage of it. And then also, you're going to be so good when you get to high school, your coach is going to be like, who are you? What have you been doing your whole life? And you're going to be saying, I've been doing jiu-jitsu my whole life. What are you talking about? Right? Because you've been actually training for wrestling basically since, Tyler, if you end up in high school and you don't quit doing this, man, you're going to be like a top level wrestler, man. I see it already, all right? All right, all you guys coming up, okay? So make sure you take advantage. We're going to be doing some really cool drills in tomorrow's wrestling class that are really cool as far as being able to get good footwork and motion and movement and understanding that. Not so much technique tomorrow, and so Evan's a little bit different than the last wrestling class you took. So I encourage you guys to pop into that wrestling class. Don't forget Zarek's class as well, right? All right, the MMA class is going to be available to you on Thursday. He's been doing a great job helping you with your striking combinations. Encourage you guys, take advantage of that too. I saw a few of you guys making sure you're popping in, taking advantage of those classes. That's awesome. Caleb, Cam, Tyler, Hadley, Clayton, all you guys, man, keep it up. All right, Tristan, you guys keep it up. Right, Lily, Lucy, yeah, keep checking in, okay? And we look forward to seeing you guys. Holly, keep that up too, okay? So look forward to seeing you guys in Zoom tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. And last thing, don't forget that you need to make sure you take advantage of the classes. I've sent out a link to let you know what classes are coming offline. You got this week to get those classes done, to get credit for it, and then we're going to be updating our attendance at the end of this week, see who's being consistent. So that's it. Oh wait, no, I forgot one more thing. Live life on purpose and never quit.